At the State House tonight, Ohio lawmakers are speeding their way through the final month of this lame duck session, trying to get as many bills passed as possible.
And today they heard a resolution that would increase the percentage of votes a ballot initiative would need to be able to pass. Critics argue that it makes it much more difficult for voters to have their voices heard. And
lawmakers say that's actually the point. Here's State House reporter Morgan Trout.
The resolution that would make it much harder for voters to amend the Ohio Constitution has received an update following the immense backlash from groups on both sides.
A lot of these amendments do fail.
16 citizen-initiated amendments have been proposed in the past 22 years. 5 of them have passed. The process to get an issue on the ballot to even be voted on is a long one, requiring hundreds of thousands of dollars and signatures from all over the state.
It frankly should be a bit more difficult.
In the last few weeks before the current session is finished, Republican lawmaker Brian Stewart introduced and had the first hearing on a proposed ballot initiative. It would require citizen-led petitions to receive a 60% supermajority vote instead of the simple 50+1 majority vote.
Certain interest groups raise money around the country to go fund ballot initiatives and try to see what they can get done in individual states.
More than 140 bipartisan groups argue that this isn't true, fighting against the resolution.
They say this is about stopping special interests, but the only folks that will have the ability to do an initiative to get to 60% are the truly wealthy.
Catherine Terser says money is the most important aspect when it comes to getting a message across the largest audience. One of the biggest points of concern for her was that this proposal only applied to citizen-led initiatives. But after receiving feedback, the amendment was changed to also require 60% support for lawmaker-led issues.
I think if we're going to go to the ballot, it's just frankly a simpler argument to say 60% across the board.
I think that was appropriate.
But the timing of it was suspicious for many Democratic organizations, considering abortion and redistricting amendments have been in the works for months now.
We're not going to be able to control conspiracy theory or, folks that want to imply, impure motives to everything that we do here.
The lawmaker told me he thinks this has enough support to get through the House and the Senate by the end of the year, ending up on the ballot for this May. At the Ohio State House, I'm Morgan Trout reporting.